Business Development and Safety Manager Jim Dolson, and Sales Executive Jeff Hawley. Welcome to the show.
Yeah,
Welcome.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So Jeff, first I'd like to apologize that we share the same last name because I get all the time, am I related to you? I can't imagine how much you get. You actually had to move town because you got so much.
Yep. I left for a while, just I couldn't be that close to you guys anymore.
It was one of the questions we asked you, I think, when you first, I didn't know you then. When we interviewed you, I was like, you related to Bart or Andy?
Yeah.
Nope.
Just about everywhere, anytime.
Yeah. So, well, we're glad to have you here, and excited that you're at U.S. Staffing. Tell us a little bit about what you do at U.S. Staffing.
Well, I work with both our current customers, new customers. Focus on bringing in some of the new clients and the wonderful businesses around Jackson.
Did you go to school with Brandon?
I did. Yep.
I thought so.
I think I've known Brandon since he was probably 7, since we were 7 or so.
Yeah, that's awesome.
To break out the stories.
That's
well,
funny.
there may be one or
So,
two.
and I was actually talking with Ben Jones, president, a couple weeks ago, and we talked about company culture a little bit. And I didn't know we were going to talk about that today. I actually
we sprung that on you.
I actually was asking him his some of his secrets to success, but that's kind of your arena. Talk a little bit about company culture.
So when you think about, well, it doesn't even have to be just at work, but like any organization you belong to has got a culture. U.S. Staffing is no different than that. So when you think about what is our culture? Take a look at the stuff you already know. Look to see what people are wearing.
Yeah.
Look to see what they eat during the day. We've got snacks around the office. It's part of what we do.
Yeah.
The words that people say and the phrases that they say. So I'm going to test Jeff. Jeff, if I say the word Jeff, this is a U.S. Staffing culture thing. If I say the words Jeff, I've earned the hockey puck. What would you say?
It means that you would have done something that was maybe not in the best interest of the company.
Yes.
Maybe it was something to be poked a little bit fun at.
Every year we give out the hockey puck award to somebody. It's the person that tried to bring the company down from the inside.
Now you wouldn't think that would be a good way to build company culture, but it is.
It is. Yeah, we have
honest
fun with
mistakes.
It.
Yeah.
It's honest mistakes, and it's a way for us to admit to, hey, we're all human, and we all share in you got caught this time, and we all share in that. But it's part of who we are. We're part of a culture too. As you figure out how you relate to each other, and I'd say for the most part, we're pretty transparent. We make a mistake, we own it, and that's the hockey puck award. So
now you guys are also placing people to fit other companies' cultures. Talk a little bit about that process.
Well, yeah, I think it's a bit of a two-part question. But we really look and try and play matchmaker a little bit. We certainly try and bring our HR skills into every business we work with to take some of that off of their plate. But also there's an employee side. We place a lot of folks, and I feel like we do a pretty good job. We're bringing people into to a facility where they're going to get a job. They're not going to go through the scrutiny of applying for jobs, interviewing, and then not getting it. And so I think there becomes a little bit of that fear of rejection. So knowing that people can come into a U.S. Staffing office and talk about different jobs, different things that they'd like to pursue, and try and align that and match them up and really overcome some of those fears.
Yeah, the term temporary staffing can get a bad rap, can't it?
It does, and we try to overcome that. The thing that just to play off what Jeff was talking about is, what we try to do is tell our customers and our clients, listen, we are sort of an extension of your HR department. We're the people who can go out and do some of the work to find people, spend the money on marketing, recruiting, so that you don't have to do that. Let us do that. And oh, by the way, we're pretty good at it. So we know how to recruit people. We know how to vet them. So speaking of culture, to kind of tie that back in, what we try to do is get to know our customers from the inside. We try to get to know the supervisors, the hiring managers, so that we understand, when we have people come in who want a job, that maybe are they a good fit for this organization or not? So as best we can, we play matchmakers, kind of what Jeff said.
Absolutely.
And so, that's some of what we do, is just act as an extension of a company's HR department. So,
for someone that wants to be, a temporary staffing employee, they do get it. I think we are exposed to substitute teachers as the first temporary, and they get a bad rap.
Yeah, I know we always took advantage of them.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's a tough job, and really to come in as the temp, they might get the crappy job dumped on them.
But this is, the times have changed where this temp job can lead to a better job and a career even, right guys?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think, our goal is to hire someone to retire. So, sending someone in the right position with the right place, helping get them the right skills, helping also get them to overcome some of life's obstacles. There's transportation issues, there's
Childcare.
issues. So really looking at some of those things, finding out what resources are available.
Right.
And we've changed our language too. So, I mean, if you think about 5-6 years ago, we did use that term temp. I mean, it's been around for a long time, but we've switched more to assigned employees. So, we recognize the people that we're putting in other customers' locations. They're like any other employee, except they just happen to be hired and paid through us. So we call them assigned employees. It takes away some of that, I think, some of the stigma maybe
Sure.
associated with the temporary teacher or substitute teacher mentality.
Ryan on The Office.
Yes, The Office. That's
Absolutely.
right. Yeah.
It's not out of the norm for people to be very nervous during interviews and things like that at all, is it?
No, they do during the interviews. Some of the people who come into us are nervous, and when they have to go visit our customer site to like get a tour and that whatnot, we try to coach them a little bit and say, you know what, just be yourself. But here's some things you don't say. Here's some things you should wear or not wear. That sort of thing. So yeah, we coach them a little bit.
What to expect. I mean, there's nothing like walking into something brand new, never been there before, never seen it, never met anybody. So really trying to prepare people for what they're going to walk into.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's everyone's nervous when they walk into their first
They do.
situation, especially on a new job. So it's great. Your preparation with these candidates is awesome.
And we also like give them a heads up on what so I'm also the safety manager for U.S. Staffing. So we've got, I don't know, a lot of customers each week, a few hundred people out in the field each week. So one of the things we try to do is give our folks a heads up on, hey, if you're going to go into this place and work, if you're being asked to do something you don't feel comfortable with, just say it. Just say, I don't feel comfortable doing that. So we're trying to instill a safety culture as well with our own employees, even though they may be going into companies who don't, they may have a better safety culture than us or one that's not as good. And so we try to use that word culture to try to coach people as well how to do their job safely.
Like, oh gee, I've never operated a bandsaw before.
Lesson 1, keep your hands away.
And you guys are growing and constantly improving, and you're placing so many people in the workforce. It's got to be satisfying.
It is. Yeah, it's fun to, Jeff does the sales side to get the customers, and so it's fun to see that grow. We've added a Grand Rapids branch as well, looking at some other locations throughout the U.S. And boy, if there's a time where a staffing agency is needed as right now, it is difficult to find people. And so we call it marketing, not recruiting. We actually put money in our marketing dollars. And that's how we go after people. A lot of digital marketing. It's what you got to do now. Yeah.
So it is companies can't find people. So to use U.S. Staffing is that what the good alternative then?
It's a great alternative.
Yeah, I mean we can be the marketing arm. It's kind of how we look at ourselves as well.
Well, and it takes so much time right now to recruit. So some of the smaller companies, even the larger ones, you're spending someone full time to do that, just recruiting, interviewing, some of those things. So allowing us to come in and help do that or take that off of your plate, allows those companies to be successful in what they do and allows us to be, successful in what we do.
Yeah, I think you guys can definitely identify quality candidates in person better than some of the throw your money at the websites out there and things
exactly
like that.
what we do. Yeah. So we tune our marketing towards specific campaigns to get people. So yeah.
Andy, they brought you golf.
They brought
golf balls.
one for each, but I'm going to take both because these are nice. I don't want them in the woods.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
If you leave 1 or 2 on the course, it's okay.
I will.
They have a logo on there for us. So.
I will. I'll write Ben's name on it. So thank you.
Absolutely. Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Now all you need is an invite into the chamber audience.
Ben, if you're listening, I hope you have an extra slot on your team.
Well, we just talked about that this morning. So if you're ready, we could use a ringer.
There you go. Well, I wouldn't be a ringer, but I could play. So.
Thanks for coming in today.
Yeah, for sure, guys.
Yeah, thank you guys for having us.
Jim Dolson and Jeff Hawley from U.S. Staffing. The morning show continues after the